guys, welcome back to another video. This is week 6 of our splits flexibility training. You have made it so far. We have one more week after this, so I am super amped. Let's go ahead, let's get stretching. Let's remember to keep breathing. Again, grab a mat and let's go ahead and get started. We're going to begin by taking 8 chair squats here to warm up our legs. Are going to come on back to the back of our mat. We're going to lift our arms overhead, bend at our hips and take a forward fold, then come to a half lift and bring it back down to that forward fold for a few breaths here. While you are here, go ahead and flip your hands forward and backwards just to stretch out your wrist. Then we are going to bring our hands to the back of our mat for a deeper hamstring stretch. We're going to now walk it all the way out to our first downward dog. Again, this is a great stretch for the calves and the hamstrings. Walk it out if necessary and just hold here for a few breaths. Go ahead and bring your feet to the outside of your mat. Stretch a little bit deeper. Come on down to your knees where we are going to take a few hip circles to the right and to the left. Go ahead and take it to the other side for 5 more hip circles here. Come on back into a child's pose. We're going to stay here for a few breaths just to stretch out the back and also the hips that we just worked out. Bring one leg forward. We're going to take a forward fold. Reach your arms up and over and fall forward, bending at the hips for our first forward fold. Take it to the other side. Again, reach your hands overhead, bend at the hips, and grab the back of your foot if possible, bringing your nose to knee. Again, we will hold this stretch for another few breaths. Come on up and shake those legs out if necessary. Bring your hands overhead and bring it forward to a double leg forward fold. Again, trying to have that nose touch your knee if possible.
way to your elbows and lean back. Cross your right leg over left and come on back to a full laid position. We want to bring the back of our knee in as much as possible to get that deep hip and glute stretch. You can keep it here, or you can extend your leg and push out your right leg while holding the left leg for a deeper stretch. We will hold this for a few breaths. Go ahead and switch sides. We're going to do the same on the opposite leg. Again, you can hold the leg extended while pushing out your opposite or your bended leg, or you can take it down to a bended knee while holding the back of that knee for a deeper or a lesser stretch. Find your way out of the reclined pigeon. Come into a forward fold just to get that deep stretch. Bring your leg back into a warrior two by circling those arms upward, and find your way into a bended front knee. We're going to take 8 here. This will help strengthen and lengthen those hip flexors. Bend your arm onto the top of your knee and bring the other arm to extend over. We're going to come into this position. This will help, again, lengthen and strengthen those hip flexors while also helping tone those legs. We are going to take it onto the other side. Again, bend into the front knee. We're going to do about 8 times here. Once again, to lengthen and strengthen those hip flexors while also toning those legs. Then we are going to bring it to a modified triangle position. Okay, this is where we take that modified triangle position. Bend that arm on top of the knee and extend the other arm over by your ear. This will be a great stretch for the hip flexors. Come into a forward fold position. Have a flat back and then extend for one side and bring your nose to your knee. We will hold here for a few breaths. We will now take it to the other side. Bring your nose to your knee on your other leg, and again, hold here for a few breaths. Come into the middle, bring your legs up or bring them out wider depending on your flexibility level, and bring your arms or your hands to the back of your ankles to stretch out those hips and hamstrings as much as possible. If you would like to take more of a challenge, bring your hands to the back of your mat as much as possible or as far as possible. This will also be a great deep stretch, not only for the shoulders, but again for those hips and hamstrings. Walk your legs in, heel toe, and bring it down to a low squat position. Push your elbows into your knees to open up those hips as much as possible. Rock back and forth if that suits you, and then we will take a bind for a deeper stretch. If you are up for the challenge, take that bind on either leg that suits you, and then we will do the same on the opposite side. unwrap from that bind and come down to a seated position. Shake out your legs and come on down to your elbows. We're going to come into a wide butterfly position. Come out of that butterfly, bring those legs together and find your way into your first right leg pigeon with your left leg behind and your right leg bended. Find your way into a full split by extending the right leg. Bend the back leg just to get those hip flexors a bit deeper and a bit closer to the ground. We'll hold here and we'll fall forward for just a couple of breaths. Find your way on up and switch to the left leg to do your left leg pigeon pose. Again, we will stay here just for a couple of breaths before going into our full left split. At this point, you can go ahead and extend your left leg, again tucking that back foot to get a deeper hip stretch and get that hip flexor closer to the ground. Hold over for a few breaths before coming up and coming and shaking those legs out. We are finished.
Alright guys, that was the finish of week number 6 of our splits flexibility training. You guys have come so far. I am so amped that you've made it thus far. If you have already been practicing 4 to 5 times per week, I really hope that you're seeing some progress. There currently is an airplane flying over me, so my apologies on the noise, and I'm at a park full of kids as well. So again, if you haven't already, please send me some photos. I'd love to see how far you've come. Let me know, why do you want these splits? Is it gymnastics, yoga, dance? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, subscribe if you haven't already and hit that notification bell and thumbs up, and I will see you guys next week. Have a great day. Bye.